If you've watched the Thunderbolts movie and enjoyed it, then I've got some great news for you. Because Thunderbolts has truly impressed both OG fans and casual MCU viewers. The action, emotion, and humor. Everything in the film was top-notch. And that fight with Sentry? Absolutely thrilling. This movie was directed by Jake Shrier, and according to a new report, the Thunderbolts director is now in talks to direct a brand new X-Men movie in the MCU. Yes, we're talking about the new generation of X-Men, not the ones currently filming Avengers Doomsday. These are fresh characters and a separate storyline. Let's break down everything we know, when, where, and how we'll get to see this new X-Men movie. But first, let's dive into this latest report. The news was shared by Deadline, and according to their article, Thunderbolts director Jake Shrier is in discussions with Marvel Studios to assemble a new X-Men team. The article also mentions that after successfully launching Thunderbolts, Shrier is being considered for Marvel's next big project. Sources told Deadline that he's the frontrunner to direct the new X-Men movie. Now, it's still unclear how far along the deal is, but insiders say that after several meetings in recent weeks, the studio is preparing to hand over one of its most anticipated projects, the new X-Men film, to Jake Shrier. The script for this movie will be written by Michael Leslie, and it will be produced by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. So just to clarify, Shrier will only direct, not write the film. But honestly, after seeing what he did with Thunderbolts, I don't think any of us doubt his vision. If Shrier is returning to direct the X-Men, then I say, bring it on. Just imagine the kind of epic team fights we saw between Ghost, Taskmaster, John Walker, and Yelena Belova. Now imagine that kind of energy transferred to Wolverine, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, Storm, and Rogue. That would be insane. Jake Shrier turned a group of underrated, overlooked characters into a fan-favorite team. His direction gave them emotional depth and made them truly interesting. So imagine what he could do with a team as iconic and beloved as the X-Men. And the cherry on top? Jake Shrier is a massive fan of the X-Men comics. I love when a director is not just technically skilled, but also passionate about the characters and the source material. In Thunderbolts, he handled the theme of mental health so beautifully that I have no doubt he can do justice to the emotional layers of the X-Men. Now, let's talk about what we know so far. This X-Men movie is said to be a completely standalone project, separate from existing MCU timelines. Marvel recently announced that all upcoming projects will now follow a standalone structure. Also, it's important to note that the current X-Men team, which is part of Avengers Doomsday, will not be part of this new X-Men movie. Those are the original X-Men like Professor X, Magneto, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, and more. Many of them are returning for Doomsday, even if they weren't revealed in the chair announcements. So the question arises, will these new X-Men also appear in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars? Well, considering Avengers, Doomsday is going to introduce a battle world. A realm made of fragments from different universes. It's totally possible. We might get to see a few of the new X-Men introduced in Secret Wars before they officially debut in their own movie. It's expected that Secret Wars will serve as a soft reboot to wrap up the multiverse saga and kick off the mutant saga, Banto. And this new X-Men movie could be the first official movies of that next era. Marvel has already begun working on this X-Men film, and beyond that, no other post-Secret Wars projects have been officially confirmed. But here's what we do know. After Secret Wars, releasing on May 7th, 2027, Marvel has two untitled movies scheduled for July 23rd and November 5th, 2027. Both of these films could be part of the mutant saga. It's very likely that at least one of these will be the X-Men movie. However, here's a twist. According to Insider on My Time to Shine, hello, Secret Wars won't be the end of Thor's My Journey, and we may also be getting Thor 5 War. So one of those two post-Secret Wars films could end up being Thor 5. But either way, it's confirmed. 2027 will mark the return of the X-Men on the big screen. We'll likely see the old Marvel heroes like Iron Man and Captain America conclude their arcs in Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars, and then new characters like the Fantastic Four. And this new generation of X-Men will carry the torch forward in Marvel's next saga. And for this new saga, Marvel is ready to bring Jake Shrier back to direct the new X-Men movie. Based on what he accomplished with Thunderbolts, I'd say he's the perfect choice. So now I want to hear from you. How excited are you about Marvel's decision to bring Jake Shrier back to direct the new X-Men film? What characters do you want to see in this new lineup? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because we bring you awesome Marvel content every day.